everyone, it's your girl Dr. Elizabeth. I hope you are doing very well. For those of you that's new on this page, I am Dr. Elizabeth, aka Coach Eli. So happy to have each and every one of you. If you have not subscribed to this channel, I recommend you go ahead and hit the bell icon and also the subscribe button, because I come here to drop a lot of gems, a lot of nugget. What we do on this platform, in this industry, is to learn and earn. Learn and earn, you can't go wrong. Today, what I want to talk about is the difference between DNA immigration and immigration consultant. As you already know, I am the go-to expert only on this channel, only here that you're going to learn what immigration is all about. And that's because who teaches this best other than someone that has gone through the process? I am an immigrant, as you already know. So again, what I want to just do is quickly provide clarity, and that's because I've gotten a lot of requests, a lot of questions. People are still not understanding the difference between DNA immigration and immigration consultant. Yes, they both have the same name, immigration, so that's easily might be easily be misconstrued, but allow me again to provide clarity. So when we say immigration consultant is more like you being a caseworker. You are going to be in charge of immigrants, caseload work, right? They come to you, they consult, and in other words, you assist them with their paperwork. So you're more like a case manager, helping to facilitate. Basically, the bulk of your work is 90% of your work when you're a consultant is assisting with paperwork. What I also like to teach, or what I like to add to that, is that I like to help you guys scale, maximize your profit. So when you're consulting 90% of time, you're doing paperwork. You can also assist immigrants to navigate complex systems, such as you can stock and sell digital products. You can stock and sell learning courses, because again, immigrants, when you do help them with those paperwork, they have to go through some application process, some verification process. So those processes you can coach, you can train, you can sell products. Let me give you a typical example. My mom recently become an American citizen, and she has to take the N400 application. We had to put in the application to become a citizen. So it's a naturalization application process. So typically, let's say she come to you as a consultant, you help fill out the paperwork. Another piece of that requirement is that she needs to pass the citizenship test, right? So you can stock, you can also upsell or cross-sell your services, right? So you give her some coaching, training. She would also pay you in addition to the consultant package. Typically, the cost for you helping for N400 is around $1,500 to $2,000. Just one client is going to give you up to $2,000 just as you're helping them to fill out paperwork. So your role, your responsibility as a consultant is to help with paperwork. And that's why I like to bring to you, I always teach you guys to immigrate, to be in the immigration field, because there is a need. Even with this current administration that we have right now, the huge need for immigration has skyrocketed. And that's why you want to position yourself. You want to be in the industry. Why not do it? You qualify. You actually honestly overqualify. A lot of you, sometimes you do immigration paperwork, right? DNA immigration, because you're already in the diagnostic lab. So you offer DNA, right? You do DNA testing. And there is this piece, there is this niche in DNA that requires immigrants to prove relationship, right? That's the piece of DNA immigration. So a lot of you put this together and don't understand. My role, my job is to come here and give you clarity. So continue to follow me, all right? And if you have any question, put in the comment. I will be in the comment section to review those questions, and I'll provide clarity. Okay? So with the immigration DNA, it's different because what? Immigrants, when they go for the interview, they ask them for more paperwork, more proof. Prove to me this person is related to you. And DNA, what we do with DNA testing is to test relationship. It's just like the paternity DNA. With paternity DNA, you're testing the father and the child to see if they are related. It's the same concept. Immigration, there is an immigration paperwork. So without an immigration case, you can't have a DNA immigration. And that's why you need to take my course, because I break this thing down, how it relates together. All right? So DNA immigration is solely for immigration purposes. And that's why I say, why don't you put yourself in that transaction? Put yourself in the transaction. because immigrants will come to you at the end. You are going to be in the latter part where they are asking for DNA immigration. DDC will call you and say, can you do this collection? 9 out of 10 times, the immigration, the collection they're asking from you is for the DNA immigration. It's for DNA immigration. And I say, you put yourself in that transaction. You do the paperwork, charge close to $2,000. And when there is a need for DNA immigration, you're stacking. That's what we call stacking services. So with one client, you're able to make up to $3,000 because why? You did the paperwork. You did all that. You included the birth certificate, everything. However, when they went for the interview, the person doing the interview said, you know what? I need more proof. Proof to me. And the only accredited body is the AABB. A lot of you desire to become AABB. You want to have the AABB certification because you're partnered with an AABB company, such as Alliance. When you go through Alliance gives you the AABB accreditation certification that allows you to do DNA immigration. But you do need to put yourself. So look, if you don't do the DNA immigration, if you don't become an immigration consultant, in that full transaction, you're likely to only make either $500 if you happen to have that client come to you directly. But if it's a collection, if DDC is calling you for collection, you're only going to make $50 or $100 the max. But why don't you become the immigration consultant that's prepped the paperwork, that applied on behalf of your client? They came to you, you consulted, you helped them with the paperwork, and you maximize your profit and you made $3,000 in the total transaction. Because that's how that transaction is going to work. There has to be a paperwork. There has to be an immigration paperwork. Once the process is done, once the application is approved, they ask them to go for an interview. When they get to the interview, the person is asking, before I can approve you for this request, for you to become a citizen of America, you need to prove something to me. And that is when they come to you for immigration DNA. I have to say this again so that I can help you make it make sense. That is why I want you to put yourself in the transaction so that you can max your profit. So guys, my dear friends, you have to distinguish between immigration DNA and immigration consultant. A paperwork is in the making. It's the first part of any immigration DNA. So a lot of you don't even know that, and that's why I bring to you. With one client, you make up to $3,000, but the immigration consultant is $2,000. That's because of the required amounts of work that you're going to do. And I have this, and my course breaks everything down, including pricing, including all the paperwork, including all of the types of immigration activities and services that our individuals are looking for. Not even with this current administration. All right? Not with this current administration. So therefore, because I have to go, you got to be a consultant to maximize your profit. I hope this helps. So don't confuse the difference, because immigration DNA is the latter part. The beginning part is the paperwork, where I am asking you to feed yourself in the process. You don't have to go back to school. You don't have to become an attorney or a lawyer. My course is enough, because at the end, you're also going to get certified. And you can start to make money. 3 clients is all that you need per month, and you're close to 6 figures. You imagine you're able to have 3 clients, and it's easy. All the marketing strategy, it's included in the course. Our students are doing very well. How you can find the clients, what to do, where to say, it's all equipped in the paperwork in my training. All right. So therefore, 3 clients can give you close to $15,000 per month. What are you still waiting for? I hope I'll see you in class next time. It's your girl, Dr. E, coming to you guys live and direct from Maryland. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.